Kick it off with number one, liability. Depending on where a repair is on a roof, a lot of the time it can't just be a couple shingle repair. For example, a valley is where two slopes meet on an inward angle. A valley is where you're going to get the most water flow coming off of a roof. And a lot of the times, if it was installed past a certain period of time or installed before a period of time to where maybe leak barrier wasn't really in use, I run into this all the time, or they decided not to put a valley liner down because it wasn't always required on some of these older roofs. If you have a leak in the valley, depending on how that valley is put together, sometimes they're weaved. It's generally never a good idea to just repair a couple shingles in the valley. Even if you know where the nail's popping through, it's very obvious where the leak is coming from. Picking apart and trying to piece together a valley is just generally a bad idea. You have a lot of angles and a lot of shingles that are bending. A good solid repair means usually tearing up that entire valley. If you're a homeowner thinking, oh, this should just be a few shingle repair, and you get very different quotes, keep in mind you are more than welcome to go that cheaper bid, but a lot of times it's going to give you a lot of headache depending on where the repair is. Or if it's a shingle that's damaged, it's right below the ridge cap or right underneath a ridge vent. That's a scenario where all that has to come up to do a proper repair. You don't want people cutting, lifting, and trying to piece it in there. If you're getting very different quotes for a small repair, you may want to ask the question of how they're doing the install and why they're doing it that way.